Hello, welcome to Chair Yoga Plus. Join me for this practice where we'll move, we'll stand, we'll sit, we'll breathe, and we'll unlock the power of nature in our bodies today. We begin in the chair and we breathe in and out, deep and smooth. You might even want to just close your eyes here and feel the breath. Feel the power of the breath moving your ribs. Maybe you feel the spine also moves up and down a little. We're not forcing the breath here, just a nice natural breath because it has its own power to move the body. And then come to stillness, open your eyes, bring your hands up overhead, wiggle your fingers and bring them down to your lap. Let's lift one foot and circle it in the other direction. And then tap and lift, tap and lift. Now lift it out to the side, get a nice stretch in your inner thigh, lift your heart, and then step it back in. Let's do that again. Stay tall, about middle of your chair, out, lift, breathe, exhale, bring it back in. Inhale the leg out, exhale, and then inhale, bring the leg back in. One more time, we're not just pushing the leg out to the side, we're lifting the ribs with our breath, and then we're bringing it back in. Let's do it on the other side. Let's circle and circle in the other direction. And then just lift and lower and see how your hip feels. When you're ready, you step it out to the side, lift your ribs, breathe in, breathe out, and bring it back. Inhale, exhale here. Inhale, lift the ribs. Exhale, bring it back in. Two more. How does that feel? Waking up your ribs here today. Let's take another big inhale here and wiggle the fingers to our lap. Lift your heels, lift your toes. Rocking through the bottoms of your feet, and then place the whole foot on the floor and see if you can pull up your arches a little bit. Just see how that feels. And then release them. And then we'll take our hands up overhead. We'll turn to one side. We'll look over our shoulder. And then inhale, big rainbow breath here, over to the other side and back. Let's do it one more time. Big inhale. Exhale here. And then release back to center. Rock side to side here. We're going to stand. You're welcome to stay in the chair. Many of the things we do standing today can be done in the chair. Remember, if you're staying in the chair and doing lunges, you would put one foot on one side of the chair and one foot forward for your lunges. All right, let's begin by standing. I'm going to put my chair off to the side and use it for balance. So facing your chair, you want to stand arm lengths away, lift the heels, start to find your balance here. Hover the hands or lift the hands when the heels come up, coordinating the lift of the heels with the lift of the whole body. And then pause, and let's just tap one toe, tap the other toe, lift the heels. Good. How you doing? All right, so now, standing, I'm going to face you so you can see what I'm doing. You can still face your chair. We're going to bend into our knees and push up. My feet are nice and wide to give me support here. You want to push your booty back. Lift with your core muscles here, so you're pulling the inner thighs towards each other and lifting the ribs again. So we're coordinating that whole core to help us here today. Build that power in your body. And then we'll add the hands down and up, down and up. So if you're facing your chair, maybe your feet are at the edge of your mat. Push your booty back. And you don't have to bend forward too far. Just bring the arms down in front of you. And then lift. Lift with the arms. Lift with the ribs. Pull up in the perineum. It's all working together. Push into those feet. And then come to stillness. Notice the power you feel in your body. So we'll place one hand on the chair and we'll just lift one foot and lower it down. Now working on your balance here today, maybe you hover the hand and move slowly. Tighten up in your core. One more. And then we'll do it on the other side. So start out, palm on the chair, lift the knee. Maybe staring straight ahead, find your focus here today. Hover the hand, see how you do. Just working on balance and power in the body here. And we can have power moving, we can have power in stillness, in tree pose. So let's turn out one knee, bring the toes close to the other ankle. Tighten up in your core. You can stay here, hand on the chair or not, or you could lift it into your shin or lift it all the way up onto your thigh. I'm going to stay here. Ribs together, focusing on something straight ahead, and the arms come up. And we find our steadiness, put our toe down anytime we need to, and lift. Once again, lifting the ribs away from the hips here, finding our steadiness. And then release it all the way down. Step the feet apart, down and up again. Release that energy now that you built while standing in tree. And then we've got the other side. So again, hover the hand over the chair or touch the chair. Foot can be close to the ankle. And as soon as I get my foot where it belongs or where I want it to be, I want to draw up the body. Grow as a tree here today. Be here, 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 and hold. Exhale, release. Step the feet apart and move the energy through the body. Good. Come to stillness. And then we'll face our chair. And once again, lift the heels. This time, rock back into the heels. Keep your fingers on the chair. Heels up, toes up. Rocking through the feet, feeling all four corners. Both sides of your heel, the ball of the foot behind the big toe, all the way across to the pinky toe. And then come to mountain and stillness. Inhale, exhale, fold forward into down dog. Walk your feet back, maybe as wide as the chair or a little wider. Feet are on the floor and we lower our heart in between our arms here. And then tighten up your core. Pull the belly in a little bit. Push the booty back. Even maybe squeeze the shoulders a little bit. Find that power in your body. Bend the knees, look up, step one foot forward, angle the back heel, and come into warrior one. Bring the arms down, and whatever knees in front, we're going to make a fist with that hand and turn and look over our shoulder. And bring it forward again. Now find that movement of the ribs. We're really pushing that front foot into the mat, feeling all four corners. And we're really pushing into the back leg, tightening it up, foot on the floor. And then we just move the upper body. One more. And then we pause, place the hands on the chair, put our weight in that back foot, step it back, walk your dog. And then come into that nice, beautiful L shape. Tighten up in the core, squeeze the shoulders. Exhale, round, step up, look up. Other foot comes forward. And from here, we angle that back leg and tighten it up. So you're pulling the power of the earth up into your body. And then when you're ready, you bring the hands up. Take a breath. Exhale, the hands parallel to the floor. And now whatever knees forward, pull back that arm. Twisting here. And as this arm pulls back, this arm can reach forward a little bit, tightening the twist. Keep the legs steady, pressing those feet into the floor. Making that connection to earth so that you too can draw up the power of the earth. One more. And then place the hands on the chair, weight into the back foot, step it back, walk your dog. And then slowly walk in and round up into your mountain pose here. Take a breath and let it out. Separate the feet. Up and down again with power here. Push through those feet, pull up with the lower abs. All the abs. Thinking about the ribs rising up and down. And then bring the arms down. Keep the feet wide here. Bend your knees. And we're going to place our hands on our thighs. You could be doing this in the chair. Also, we're just going to drop one shoulder forward and then the other. Getting a little upper body work here. And when you drop the shoulder forward, you're going to feel that stretch right along your back of your ribs. That's what we want. Now bring both shoulders forward and both shoulders back. Forward and back. Maybe add the breath here. Exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale, lifting the heart forward. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and then inhale as you round up and step the feet back into our mountain pose. And now we'll raise one arm and the opposite heel. So I'll turn sideways. One heel, opposite hand. Down. And up. As if you're walking right in place. Perhaps we can lift the knee. And the foot comes off the floor. With balance, of course. And if you don't have that today, you could be here with a hand on the chair. And then come to stillness. Take one hand across your body, reach, 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 and then bring it back. Take it in the other direction, lift your heel, push, 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 and bring it back. Go slow, feel the twist in your core. One more on each side here, feeling the power of your body moving the arm away and pulling it back. Last time. And come to stillness, heel toe the feet in and come to mountain. Bring the arms up. We're going to feel the power of the body here anchored through the feet. Be heavy into your feet. Lift your ribs. Keep your gaze straight ahead, framing your body in this nice long line. Frame your head between your arms and then just lean over to one side and come back through center and lean over into the other side and come back to center. Let the arms go out into goalposts. Squeeze your shoulders. Bring the arms up into a diamond shape. And again, this can be done in the chair. And then stay here, interlace those hands, be long and tall, and lean into a crescent stretch and hold. Keep breathing here. Maybe 2 or 3 breaths, and then we come back through center and we lean over in the other direction. 2 or 3 breaths. And then come on back to center and release that down. We'll come into chair pose. So we can start out with our fingers on the chair, feet comfortable distance under our hips. We push our booty back. And then lift up through the front of the body here so that we're looking straight ahead. Maybe hover the hands here. Or once again, frame the head with the arms. Stay and breathe. See how this feels, and you might want to stay here. I'm going to move. I'm going to push through the feet, straighten the legs, open the arms, look up, and then come on back to my chair pose. Just a little movement here. Doesn't have to be big because you can feel the power of the legs and the abs here. One more time. And then we hold in chair again, and it's our power of our body steadying here in this chair pose. Framing the head or arms parallel or even touching the chair. And wherever you're at, let's release it and come to a mountain pose and feel strong. Tall, chin slightly tucked, and the energy going all the way up the core of the body to the crown of the head. Roll the shoulders down your back, wiggle your fingers, and then come to stillness. One more breath here, and then release it. Let's come into the chair now. Have a seat, and we're going to work a little bit more with the legs in the chair. So we're going to turn to one side, coming into a lunge. Now bring the leg that's in the chair close to the edge. I'm about 2 inches from the edge, and that foot needs to be firmly on the floor. So we want to be 2 inches from the front of the chair, well supported, so that whole thigh is well supported and that foot is on the floor. Now, if your foot doesn't reach the floor, put a blanket or a yoga block under your foot. The other knee is going to drop down in front of the chair. And then we get this beautiful stretch right here where the leg connects to the hip. Walk that back for a deeper stretch. Stay here. Notice the knee is still bent on that outside leg. We're going to reach forward and try to straighten that leg by pushing into the ball of the foot. Feel a lift, like there's a string here, lifting that thigh up. Doesn't matter that it's not perfectly straight. It's the movement that gives us the power. Here we go. So we reach, lean over the front leg, straighten that back leg, and then bring it in. And also use the core. Yeah, always in yoga, core is doing its work. Stay here and hold. Maybe take your gaze up to your fingers. Lift that back leg a little bit more. Take another 2 or 3 breaths. There's power in holding the pose. And then we exhale and we release that power into the body. Let's step the outside foot in, pivot in our chair, separate the knees so that they're at the corners of your chair, and just rock side to side here. Loosening up, we'll take the body into a circle and circle in the other direction. And then heel, toe, the feet together. So we're going to go to the other side. We step out, again, about 2 inches from the edge of the chair, well supported thigh, other foot steps back a little bit so we get a stretch in the front of that leg. And then from here, we feel as if there's a string right here. And as we lean out over that side leg, this leg is being pulled up, not by the knee, but by the thigh. Push the ball of the foot into the floor and then come back and up. Sitting tall, we add the arm. On the next one, let's hold it. Take our gaze up to our fingers. Draw the core in, using the core to hold us here. Lift that back leg just a little bit more. Breathe in, breathe out. Building power as we hold the pose. And on your next exhale, release the pose. Bend the knee, step the foot in and pivot to the front of your chair. And once again, we want the feet wide. And we drop a shoulder into the center towards the opposite knee and lift. Just rocking side to side here. Feel the stretch in your lower back, and where the lower back muscles connect to the hips. And then sit tall, and let's take the upper body into a circle. And in the other direction. And then heel toe those feet together with me and sit in the middle of your chair. Inhale the arms up, reaching up, reach out of one side, reach out of the other. And then wiggle the fingers and bring them back down to your lap. Place your hands on your hips. We're going to take one hand out to the side at this right angle. We're going to lift the opposite knee and bring the elbow and knee close together and down. Just stay on one side. You can add a crunch if you want to work more on your abs by just folding into like a cat position. As you exhale, then inhale it open. Exhale. Inhale. One more. And then bring that hand down, lift your heels, lift your toes, let the body balance out once again. And then we'll do it on the other side. Other arm up at a right angle, out from your shoulder here, and then the hand comes up. We bring the elbow forward, bring the knee up. We could stay here, or we could add that rounding of the body towards the thigh. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And each time you do this, lift with your ribs. Yeah. Fill that body with the power of your breath. Hold here. Both arms up. Bring elbows together. Squeeze the back. So bringing the elbows past the body and the back and forward. They don't have to touch again. And then just release that. Take one palm, place the other elbow in the palm. And we circle the hand around. And circle it in the other direction. Let's try it on the other side. So elbow into palm, my palm, elbow, making that connection, and then we just circle the hand. Shoulders are staying steady. Let's go in the opposite direction. And then release that down. Beautiful work today. Take a nice big inhale. We're going to twist over to one side again. Do rainbow breath up and over. Big breath. Exhale down on the other side. Up. Spread the fingers. Power in the hands. And then release it as you come down. Last time right here. Over to the other side. And then release back to center and rock side to side. So we did a little with the legs today, holding tree and coming into warrior. So let's stretch out the legs by extending one leg right straight out in front of us. Toes are up. And reach the hand. You can hover the hand over the toes. You can touch your thigh, your shin, or if you have the ability to touch the toe, just make sure that you're supporting yourself on the opposite leg. And we breathe here into the back of the leg. And then round up, and let's do it on the other side. So we extend the leg first, see how that feels. Support yourself on the other thigh. Extend the arm. Stay here for a breath. And then touch your leg, thigh, shin, or toe. Keep the back relatively neutral. And then round as you come up. And bring that foot back and in. And then once again, just kind of even things out with a little rock from hip to hip. And come to stillness. I hope you enjoyed this practice where we built power in our bodies and regained some of that power of nature through some of our poses like tree and warrior. Here we go. Inhale. Wiggle the fingers down to your lap. Pause here, elbows in, and glancing ahead or glancing down, or maybe even closing your eyes and coming back to your breath. Allowing the breath now to be the power that moves the core body. And when you're ready, bring your hands together, rub the palms, create that warmth. Hover it over your eyes for just a moment. Take a couple breaths. And then open your eyes into that energy and bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your body for its fabulous work today. Thanks so much for joining me for chair yoga and finding some movement in your day to build power.